guys. So I'm here to talk about one of my favorite pastime, that is gaming, something I've been doing for a very long time, and most of the people I've interviewed actually for this video I've also been doing for even longer than I am. I know it's very surprising that a guy like me is talking about gaming when I don't look something like this. Now, all jokes aside, there's a specific statistic that I found through a movie that I highly suggested if you like video games. The movie was called Video Game the Movie, really easy to find on Netflix. The statistic that popped out was if we were to divide the entire gaming population between genders, it would come actually to a perfect half, especially with recent stats in 2014. There are 50% of male gamers and 50% of female gamers. And that was really interesting. I wanted to find out more about it.
That video games are huge. They make more money than other industries that you consider to be more legitimate. Over the past 15 years, there's been unbelievable growth in this industry. So by the time you get to 2008, video games are making more money than music and movies combined in the United States.
My first memory of gaming is my first memory. It was when I was, I would say 4 or 5. I was playing Super Nintendo. I was playing Mario with my brother and sister, waiting for my turn, so that was my first memory of gaming.
But I've been more inclined to play computer games and other console games. So I would say at around 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, I was 4 years old when I started.
Gaming is a huge global industry. Worldwide revenues are forecast to hit $86.8 billion by 2014. 58% of Americans play video games, and more than half of U.S. households own a dedicated game console. But get this, kids aren't even the majority of players. The average age of game players is 30. About a third of players are under 18, another third are 18 to 35 years old, and just over a third are 36 years or older.
Back in 2002, we spent an average of 72 hours a year playing games. Fast forward to 2012, that number jumped to 142 hours.
More and more women are getting in on the action. Since 2006, the percentage of female gamers has risen from 38% to 45%, most of them over age 18.
So as a gamer, this ratio between the 50-50%, the first thought unfortunately that came on, and I must say I'm probably going to reinforce the entire stereotype behind it, is that, well, these girls are probably playing cell phone games. They're not playing real, games. And putting aside what actually defines a game, so if a cell phone game is a game or not, it's not entirely wrong.
There are casual game players, and there are the hardcore gamers for whom highly complex competitive video games are a primary life passion. And adult women are not the key demographic here. Now, among the hardcore gamers who play more than 20 hours a week, the ratio of boys to girls is about 7 to 1. Now, this is a huge gender gap, and it has persisted for decades.
But it would be wrong to say that female gamers aren't interested in those games.
So in 2009, the most popular Xbox game among men and boys was Halo 3. No surprise to anyone who knows anything about video games. On the other hand, the most popular game among women and girls was also Halo 3. The top 8 most popular games on the PC that year were the same 8 games between men and women.
So, why? If women like the same games as men, or at least are interested in the same games as men, why aren't there more? What's preventing them from playing those games? That's really the question I was really trying to dig through. And unfortunately, it's sad to say, but if you want to be a female gamer, the reality, your experience of gaming, might be something a little like this.
Gamers need to have thick skin if they're going to play competitive video games. If you want to play casual video games, even Mario Party, for example, you might actually need thick skin because Mario Party can get intense. But if you play games like Assassin's Creed, you don't have to deal with that. If you play games like Metal Gear single-player games, you don't have to deal with that. But if you play multiplayer games, you're going to need to have thick skin, no matter who you are. Male, female, doesn't matter. Females have it worse.
84 million people are treated horribly, unforgivably in my eyes, so poorly that over 2/3, 68%, report having lied about or hidden their sex for fear of being harassed.
Have I personally experienced harassment? Yes, but at a very minimal, it's just mostly like, oh, you're a girl, like surprised at the fact that I reveal my identity as a woman, and they either would change the way that they would game with me, kind of compensate. They feel like they need to compensate for the fact that I'm a woman, that they need to take to take it more easy.
Some of them are trolls, just that they'll constantly say the same thing to annoy you, but other guys are just outright jerks. Like, they'll just say whatever they can to try to hurt your feelings or make you quit.
Being a girl gamer, it's definitely harder mentally. I think a lot of pressure, like twice the amount of pressure is like put on me just because I'm a girl.
People are definitely surprised when I say that this is what I do for a living, and in the beginning everybody thinks it's so cool, it's like the dream job, but I mean, you get a lot of criticism and kind of hate from people.
Women are seen as the exception. If they're not being denigrated, they're being treated as unicorns. For women, witnessing the harassment of prominent women in the community is a major deterrent.
There is a specific problem with how women are treated online.
I have also interviewed many women through email, and there are some interesting quotes I thought were important to mention. For example, one gamer said, "I had my identity in games. I've had people treat me differently after they found out I'm a woman, and it makes me uncomfortable, so I'd rather everyone just assume I'm a man to save myself some trouble." Another gamer said, "It would be wrong of me to say that I take great care in hiding my identity in online games, but since I'm always assumed to be a man, I don't correct the mistake and simply roll with it. I'm not interested in having men in games treat me differently just because I'm a woman." So these instances all occurred around an online community. That means that if you were to play a solo player game, I don't know, such as Shadow of Mordor, or even if you're going to play Mario, these harassment won't tend to happen. Whereas on an online community, people would tend to send you messages and you would not be able to find them. But for the purpose of this video, it's obvious that I solely focus on the female gamer, and I was part of the project as well. But it would be wrong for me to say that these instances never happen to men either.
Yeah, that happens to both male and female gamers. Yeah, hiding their identity. I mean, like, if you're concentrating on girls hiding their identity, you might as well concentrate on guys hiding their identity. I mean, there's gamer tags, right?
So overall, harassment, unfortunately, represents an anti-ethical, almost last stand that the video game has to offer. I mean, it's been linked so many times about how it fosters violence, and it's been recently proven that it's wrong. And I mean, it's sad to me because it's a medium that I truly love that can really, honestly foster friendships, strengthening them also. And it's a medium that looks normally beyond sexual preferences, gender, and even race.
I don't know, it's a nice way to pass the time. You meet a lot of people.
I remember when I was young how inclusive this community was. If you didn't fit in elsewhere, gaming had open arms for you.
Now, I also heard some people say from this research that it's something that is harmless. Now, this is simply not true. I mean, if you can stomach it, I highly suggest trying to find a video about this cross-assault female gamer and just simply getting her love of the game crushed out of her. So part of the blame here can be put on certain gamers for speaking this way. There's no doubt about it. But probably the bigger of the blame here can be put on the developers themselves. I mean, it just makes sense that, as I hope that you've seen from my video, more female gamers want to join into this community, but they're prevented because of this harassment that is happening. So bear with me. If more people want to join in to the community, if more people want a game, specifically here girls, there are benefits that could come from it. And I don't mean just new games spawning, a new style of gaming spawning out of just first-person shooters or role-playing games. There are also benefits for developers with big dollar signs. And I don't understand why they're not jumping on this bandwagon. And I mean, if this keeps going this way, unfortunately, female gamers are also going to have to join within this craze of the harassment, much like this video.
Okay, noob fags, the porn doctor is in and he's dealing out prescriptions.
Very clever.
Oh, you hear that, boys? It's a chick.
Oh, you hear that, boys? It's chick.
2 girls in one game? Hey, bitches, what do you say to a threesome? Oh, wait, I know what you're saying. Oh, we're having a threesome with a really hot dude.
Sounds good. How big is your dick?
Whoa, another girl? Awesome.
Answer the question, homo. How big is your dick?
Listen, bitches.
Shut the fuck up and make me a sandwich. You know what I want to do? It'd be like so fun to like milk your dad's prostate with my teeth.
God, that's disgusting. You leave my dad out of this.
Where do you live, kid?
Look, I'm sorry about the threesome thing I said before, okay? Please just stop teasing me.
I'm gonna find you and rape you till you come done.
Nobody talks to me like that. Nobody talks to me like that.
Where's my sandwich, bitch boy? Sandwich, sandwich.